Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Merchants Baseball. Jeff Honnold, Jeff Blankman, and Cade Nissen. Sorry, our iPad went dead. It wasn't charged last night. So we're going to try to finish this game out here. We are in the 5th inning. Merchants leading 10-2. Merchants doing a lot of damage. We'll try to catch you up on all that. There was a lot of errors. Storm Lake was 7 errors. Merchants now 10 runs on 6 hits. They've received 7 errors. Whitecaps 2 runs on 6 hits. Jeff, we are in the 5th. There are no balls, 2 strikes. I don't even know what batter we're on.
Yeah,
Sorry.
we are on Bo Dorman right now. There is a 1 out and a 1 on. 0-2 count right now on the batter. Dorman tonight has singled and flown out to center field. Jacobson's been dominant here tonight, folks. After that kind of a rough first inning when they got the bases loaded on him, he struck out 10, has walked 2. Both of the runs so far tonight have been earned. But he's got a good defensive effort going behind him.
The Merchants did switch pitchers. A high fly ball out to left field. Underneath it's Snyder. He'll make the play.
Yeah, Whitecaps actually changed the pitcher. They did that there in the last inning.
Number 26, we do not have a name on that, folks.
Yep.
We were digging. I looked up behind us to the PA announcer, Mr. Hallcap, and we both gave the raised arm look. So
yep.
I think he called him Mr. No Name, I think is what he went out with. So.
Well, and that
was Hallcap doing that, not me.
That's the thing about these summer league games like this. Sometimes the rosters change so fast they can't get them updated.
And that'll bring in Mr. Heinrichs. I have him striking out in the 1st and
single and scoring in the 3rd. Yep.
And he did score. Okay,
yep.
I missed that.
First pitch in there for a strike right now to Heinrichs.
That's why we're using your book, because mine right now is...
I would always use my book. I get confused when I look at his.
I get confused when I look at mine.
0-1 pitch in there for a strike count, runs to 0-2. Cade, I know that we've kind of been watching off and on a little bit, and stuff as we had lost the broadcast for a little bit, but Jacobson's been really dominant tonight.
Yeah, he's getting anything and everything over for strikes, even if it's not hitting his spots. He's always staying around the zone, and that's what keeps the hitters on their toes. When you're missing wild, the guys have no clue, and they can kind of relax. But when you're all around the zone, they have to be on their toes at all times and be ready for anything.
0-2 pitch coming up. That's a fastball, just misses inside. And the count now 2 balls and 2 strikes. And the story for the Whitecaps here tonight, folks, defensively, they just have not been able to make plays. Ground balls to the infielders, they've just not been able to make it. Outfielders dropping fly balls. Honnold mentioned here a little bit ago, 7 errors so far on the night. We're only in the top half of the 5th inning, so the Merchants have only been at the plate 4 times. So they're averaging pretty much 2 errors an inning, which is a struggle.
And like you said, Jeff, it's been routine plays.
Yep.
Throwing over to first base, airmailing things.
And Jeff, as we get the strikeout to end the inning here, and that's his 11th of the night, I would say that part of it is tonight they might be thinking about it too much after the mistakes that they've been making. They might be thinking about those errors too much.
Yeah, let's stay here, Jeff, and see if we can't catch them up here a little bit. Your book, you were keeping book as I was fighting through some of those problems that we've had, but can you kind of catch up who on the Merchants has done the scoring and the damage?
Well, we'll start back into the 3rd inning, and I'll just kind of run you through for the Merchants what happened. Reese Snyder was hit by a pitch, and then Nick Supple flew out to right field. The right fielder dropped it out there. Ben Berg was then hit by a pitch. Brendan Larkin came in. He singled, driving in 2 runs, so Snyder and Supple scored on that. Berg ended up moving over to 3rd. Tate Johnson then came up, and he would single, driving in both Berg and Larkin. Johnson would eventually be thrown out on a pickoff play by the pitcher to the shortstop. That was the final out of the inning. Chase Costa grounded back to the pitcher. Chase Cortan walked, and Ty Hansen struck out. So that was the 3rd inning for the Merchants. They would start with the top of the order in the 4th. Mike Wallace reached on an error. Reese Snyder reached on an error. Nick Supple reached on a fielder's choice. They did get a force out at 2nd on that play. Ben Berg then singled. He would eventually move over to 3rd base on a throwing error on the pitcher. Brendan Larkin walked. Tate Johnson was hit by a pitch. Chase Costa struck out. Chase Cortano was hit by a pitch, and Ty Hansen struck out to end the inning. But the 4 guys that scored in the inning were Mike Wallace, Reese Snyder, Nick Supple, and Ben Berg all came in to score at one point or another during that inning.
And I believe we have Mike Wallace coming up here. Yep, top of the order, back up.
Bottom half of the 5th inning.
Tyler doing a nice job of trying to keep you folks updated. Sorry that we went out. For some reason the plug did not charge, so we were not able to keep the iPad charged and went down. So we sat out here a couple innings trying to get enough charge that we can maybe make it to the rest of the game. We have it plugged in. We were plugged in before, but didn't work. So Mike Wallace come up. He got on, was hit by a pitch and scored. And he had a double, was thrown out at second. And then he reached on an error and scored.
Yep. First pitch taken up top, and on that double, he rounded the bag like he wanted to dig for third, and then had to put the brakes on, and they ended up getting him out and going back into second. Yeah,
he was digging for third.
He was digging for third, but
that was the problem.
He saw the hold-up sign and the stop sign, and he saw it too late.
That's in there for strike
It
one.
reminds me of a high school game I was at last night. Kid rounded first and dug toward second, and the coach was yelling stop, and the kid rounded second and dug to third and was out by about 10 steps over at third. So,
1 ball, 1 strike.
saw the stop sign a little too late.
Yeah, when you're digging, it's hard to get that momentum stop. That's going to be inside.
Now, sometimes it's just getting that head, and Cade, you know that. It's getting that head as you round first over to your third base coach to be able to pick them up right away so that you know what you need to do.
Yeah, and especially when you rope one into the gap, you're feeling 3 right away. Even if you're not the fastest one, your coach knows what he's doing, so you got to listen to him.
There's a shot, nice play at short. Throw over in time, nice play.
Yeah, Brandenburg with a nice stop out there at shortstop. That was good defense that time for the Whitecaps.
He's been one of the few that has been making some solid plays.
Yep.
I don't think he has.
And I
don't know. He might not have any of theirs.
He doesn't have any of the years as of right now. Yeah.
This is the type of game that I think coach has been looking for. They've had some really close games here with Storm Lake that they haven't scored, knowing that they could put pressure on this defense and they would make errors, and they just weren't able to force. So, he knew if he could get out, put pressure on them, that they would make mistakes and he could do it. So really happy so far, I would guess.
Yeah, Merchants haven't struck out a lot tonight, so when you put the ball in play, and then you get the help from, I've got 7 hit by pitches tonight and 2 walks for Whitecap pitching, so you get all those extra base runners, and that puts a lot more pressure on the defense.
10-2, we're in the 5th inning. Just outside, ball 2.
Reese Snyder tonight has been hit by a pitch twice and has reached on an error, so he's been on base all 3 times.
I don't know if you got a chance to walk around, but wow, what a crowd outside yet. Still sitting out by the tables. Missed foul, strike 1.
Relay for Life, probably bringing a few people
over.
Yeah,
I saw some young kids. Oh, we can get in free now? So, it's great for them. Come on in and watch the ball game.
Softball game is wrapped up. Storm Lake's softball team, their high school softball team, heading out, so we'll probably get some of the Carroll crowd to come over here after that.
2 balls, 1 strike. That's going to miss inside. 3-1. Beautiful night here at the ballpark. You know how I know we got charged? Because my light's working. 3-1, 1 out.
It's not dark enough yet for it.
Oh, it still works. That's going to miss ball 4. So that's going to get Reese Snyder at first. That's going to bring up Nick Supple. Nick tonight had a single and scored. He got on an error in the 3rd and scored, and he got on an error in the 4th and scored. So
reached on a fielder's choice in the 4th.
Oh, you give a fielder's choice. All right. So fielder's choice. So he's been doing a lot of damage tonight, at least scoring. See if he can't. He's due for one over the fence. It's about time for a power shot. Looks like we got somebody warmed up down there in the Merchants bullpen. I didn't catch them when they were doing it. They're putting their coat on, so we'll see it
won't be able to see the number.
That misses way outside.
Nice play that time by Dorman, the catcher, to get out and look a little bit like Cade Nissen diving out there and stopping that one.
Those are the tough ones. When it's the off speed in the dirt, you're ready for it. But when you get the heater in the dirt, those are the ones that kind of scare you.
There's been a lot of heaters back here to the backstop over top of everybody.
Those are
one
really
ball,
tough.
No strike. There was a couple times the guy didn't even get up. He just let her go. There goes Reese Snyder. That's going to be foul. Did you see the hit and run they had on last inning? That was pretty.
I tell you what,
that's been a little one going here
that's
too.
One there where if you're Reese, you're a little bit disappointed. You got a great jump, probably would have stole the base, and the 1-0 count, and the guy swings and fouls it off, so you got to go back and try and do it all over again.
He's still young enough he can make a second
I know.
attempt at it.
I know, but that's one where you almost look at the batter and go, take one pitch for me. Just take one pitch.
1 ball, 1 strike here. Throw over. Got the pitcher's attention anyway.
Yeah.
Nice crowd. I'm going to guess in that 400 range.
400 is while you were busy
earlier.
They looked up? Yeah, well, actually, you were gone. It was while you had disappeared for a little while.
Foul ball, strike 2. I was over there talking.
They offered to feed us and give us drink as long as you weren't still sitting there.
That's usually the way it works. That sounds about par for the course. I went over and actually talked to John Perry. And you know what? That's why he went down. He went and asked the front gate because he hurried up and ran away from me when I did it. So that makes sense. I saw that panic look on his face. I think he thought I stopped the broadcast just to ask him. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Runner goes again.
There's a nice shot down. It's going to be a base hit. So not going to get that stolen base. More like a hit and run. That's fine. Runners at first and second now, 1 out. 10-2 Merchant lead. And that's going to bring up Ben Burke.
Little Benny and the Jets.
I love this song.
I do.
It just fits his personality too. He's just got that funny personality to him.
And you know, I was giving him a hard time about that shaggy hair there for a couple of weeks. He has trimmed it up a little bit since then.
Where was I at the other day? The guy was playing SpongeBob SquarePants was his walk-up music. That guy gets props. I can't remember where I was at, and I said, that's what I want.
I don't even know if I know that music.
I won't sing it to you. There's a high fly ball coming into second baseman. He's got the mound. He's going to make the catch.
And McCurry makes the catch for the second out of the inning.
Pitcher just bullet out of the way. He didn't want anything to do with that.
Yeah, he wanted nothing to do with that one.
There's been some guys making plays, but you're right. Most of the time they just get me out. And I watch you catchers. You guys got the worst mitt in the world to try to catch those. You guys will fight for them, and the pitcher's like, "Get me out of here! I want nothing to do with this."
And I tell you what, to me, I think it would be a tough night to pick it up with this overclass skies that we have right now. I think it would be tough to pick up those spots.
Yeah, those are the days that are tough to pick them up, especially with the wind. It's kind of gusting sometimes. Sometimes it's not. It's really tough to pick up where that ball is going to land, especially as the catcher usually will push it back to the infield, and it can really dance up there in the clouds.
Brendan Larkins up. Ball's going to get away, but nice stop. Ball 1. Brendan tonight was hit by pitch, had an RBI hit by pitch. Then he had a single and scored, and then he walked.
He's got 3 RBI on the night. That single did drive in 2 back in the 3rd inning.
That was a nice single, too. Just fought that one off. 1 ball, no strikes, 2 outs here. Bottom of the 5th, 10-2 Merchant lead. Looking to tack some more on here. Swing and a miss. I think he was going to try to clear the bases with that swing.
He was. He was out in front of that one a little bit as well. But yeah, he was.
I think he was trying to dent the scoreboard of the softball field, maybe make the pool up there.
He was trying to hit Coach Gallegos over there, working on the pitcher circle over there on the softball diamond.
1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs here. Pitch on the way.
And there's
got him again. He just flips the bat. He takes it. But
there has got to be something with the way he stands or where he stands or something that he gets hit as often as what he does. That's twice tonight. You said he leads the league in hit by pitches.
That's got to be getting up there towards 20.
Yeah,
that one was high, but he's not really that close to the plate.
No, he's not leaning into him at all.
But he's not getting away from me. No. He's a big enough boy. He says, just if you're going to do it, at least, and they hit him usually with off speed. I haven't seen him hit by too many fastballs. They're at least smart enough to do that. Tate Johnson now. Tate tonight, struck out looking. Had 2 RBI. On single, strike 1.
Ooh. Yeah, there's 2 different styles of players in that area. It's get out of the way or let me grow that on-base percentage a little bit. They don't care.
He's all about scoring. So bases loaded now, 2 outs for Tate.
I'm hopping out of the way.
That's going to get all the way back to net.
Wild pitch. That'll score Snyder. Well, I would say back in my day, I was about 110 pounds soaking wet when I was in high school, so I was trying to get out of the way of those. Today, I'm too heavy to move.
Today, I'd wear them. It'd take me a month to get over it, but I'd wear it.
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to move, so I'd just take it today.
Yeah, you guys get hit, and your next day you don't even know you get hit. I get hit, I'll be laying down the couch for a month. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs here.
That's just because he's soft.
Oh, yeah.
1 pitch. There's a shot. That's going to get out into right field. 2 runs going to come in to score. Merchants have completely blown this one open as they lead it now by a score of 13-2.
They just keep putting the ball in play. They're not striking out any, and that's what puts the pressure on them. And the more you put it in play, the more holes you're going to find.
That's going to be it, I believe, for this pitcher. We got 2 guys down in the white cap bullpen. Again, Jeff Honnold, Jeff Blankman, Cade Nissen. Cade, graduate. That's why I went to Kentucky, so he's a graduate of Carroll High School here in town. Helped them get their media program up and running. He's going to go to the University of Iowa and hang out with one of our buddies, Jerry Palmer, over there. He'll teach you a lot. Jerry's a good guy. I really like Jerry. I like giving him a lot of hard time, but Jerry is a good guy. You tell him, you know me, take care of you.
The guy on my interview or during my tour, he asked me if I knew him, and I hadn't heard of him. He was like in shock that I didn't know who he was.
Yeah, he's a legendary. We're going to step away. We've got a pitching change. We'll be back after these messages. Great merchant program sponsors for 2019. Commercial Savings Bank, Trees Company, Raccoon Valley Electric Co-op, Mid-Iowa Insurance and Real Estate, Charlie Steakhouse, Southside Lounge, Carroll Dental Associates, AAA Seeds, Barron's Construction, Roselle Mutual Insurance, Johnston Communications. We would like to thank these great merchant program sponsors for 2019. Anytime Fitness, Computer Concepts of Iowa, Court Street LLC, Lens Insurance and Real Estate, Litterdale Country Store, Carroll Glass, Market on 30, Merchant Park Concessions. Welcome back to Merchants Baseball. Jeff Honnold, Cade Nissen, and Jeffrey Blankman here. Okay.
Mike Demers, Jeff, the new pitcher for
Demers.
Storm Lake.
Oh,
out of
DeMars.
Buena Vista.
That's
DeMars, yeah.
I actually went to college with his dad. His dad, a standout player for Storm Lake and Buena Vista. I'm sure he's here today. You know what? Was that him? Where's that Storm Lake at? No, that's not him. I'm sure Mr. DeMars is here today. He follows his kids religiously. He had a sister that did really well. His sister might hold all the records at BV yet on basketball. If not, Miss Renning took them out. And then they had a daughter that was an outstanding player. So all their kids, fabulous athletes at Buena Vista and at Storm Lake.
Third pitcher of the night.
We're going to have a new DH here. It's going to be Frederick Reynolds. I don't even have to see numbers anymore. It's kind of sad. Reynolds in. 13-2.
Costa tonight did have a sac fly, a ground out to the pitcher, and a strikeout in his 3 plate appearances, so he'll end the night with an RBI.
There's a swing and a miss, strike one. Frederick's been struggling at the plate a little bit. He's been really, actually, he's been taking a lot. And I think that's one of the things he's going to work on here is, anything close.
So does his brother need to give him a little advice?
I think so.
We've been so hard on his brother all year long.
He's a really good hitter, and sometimes you get that eye when you've got too good eye that, I think one of the guys that brings to mind is Carpenter with the Cardinals. He is so good with his eye that he might be right, but you got struck out looking. You're arguing, but he was right because he gets to make the call.
Well, I was going to say, he is not right if he got struck out looking.
2 balls, 1 strike. It was actually a ball. I mean, if you go back and look at the videotape, it's correct, but you got rung up, so you lose.
The umpire said it's a strike. It doesn't matter what the little box on the TV
2 ball, 1
screen
strike. It makes all the difference in the world. That was bounced in there for 3-1.
Just like us, we can sit back here all night long and say it's a strike, but if the guy up there in blue
those guys
says
don't go back and see that and talk to those guys when they come back up? 3-1, 2 outs. So talk about that. You're a catcher. Do you ever have a conversation with the umpire? Is it pretty quiet back there? There's a nice hit by Frederick down the right field line. And, oh my goodness.
Nice diving catch.
Yeah, he did that with sunglasses.
Nice diving catch out there by the right fielder that time. Young comes up with a big play. That might be, along with Snyder's catch out there in left field tonight, Jeff, that might be the best play we've seen tonight.
That was an incredible. Merchant program sponsors for 2019. Commercial Savings Bank, Trees Company, Raccoon Valley Electric Co-op, Mid-Iowa Insurance and Real Estate, Charlie Steakhouse, Southside Lounge, Carroll Dental Associates, AAA Seeds, Barron's Construction, Roselle Mutual Insurance, Johnston Communications. Great Merchant program sponsors for 2019. Anytime Fitness. Computer Concepts of Iowa. Court Street, LLC. Lens Insurance and Real Estate. Litterdale Country Store. Carroll Glass. Market on 30. Merchant Park Concessions. Welcome back to Merchants Baseball. Jeff Honnold, Jeff Blankman, and Cade Nissen. Cade, let's see, we got a new pitcher here. Number 5, Dalton Hughes, goes to school at Kirkwood Community College from Adele. Do you remember seeing him at all?
I don't. I'm going to look at that right now because I'm curious now.
So many times you rocked him.
He might be from Adele, but he might not have played for ADM.
Yeah,
he might have been a kid that played somewhere else.
Yeah, they're all kind of jumbled schools down there.
Yeah, might have been at DCG, might have been somewhere.
13-2 Merchant lead here. We are in the bottom
Dalton
or top of the
Hughes?
6th. Yep.
Dalton Hughes, yep,
Yeah.
HEWS.
He did pitch for them last year.
Okay.
I don't remember him, but
Chad Ross out throwing peanuts, and we still haven't gotten any up this way.
Well, we definitely don't want Ross throwing them up here at me because he will hit me in the head.
I'll catch it.
Yeah, I've seen you catch before.
Eli Young stepping to the plate. Young tonight is 1 for 2 on the night. Has not faced Hughes yet.
yeah, he didn't throw against us last year. I just looked.
Pitch on the way. He plays outfield. That one bounces in there.
That's the first time I've seen an umpire dancing out of the way like
He,
that.
I believe he
Chad!
played. He's out. I believe he played outfield last night. He's been getting in a few games.
Huh.
1 ball, no strikes here in the top of the 6th inning. We're going to go 9. There's going to be a hard hit ball right field. That's going to get out there for a single.
Yeah, he hit 324 for him last year.
So talk about that behind the plate. You're a catcher. How many conversations do you get to have? Are most umpires pretty fun to be back there with, or are some of them really quiet?
Yeah, it obviously depends. I mean, last night, the game 1 of our doubleheader, I walk up to the ump and shake his hand. And, you do that every time and say your first name or whatever. And he goes, "So which Nissen's going to Iowa to be the videographer?" I was like, "Oh, that's me." So it's
So
kind of.
did you have Pomeroy?
No, it was. I have had him. I do like him.
Yeah, he is
But
fun.
yeah, it all depends on him. Like Pomeroy would talk all the time, and if it's kind of
Dan
a
Pomeroy talks all the time.
yeah.
That one missed the ball.
I enjoyed him. Yeah, it was especially when it's a doubleheader and when it's getting late or something, and the game's kind of flying by. They're pretty cool. Most of them are.
There's a play. Double play ball, and it's worked. So it's 4-6-3 double play.
Nice play out there that time. Started by Ty Hansen, the second baseman. Good relay over to Tate Johnson. So a really nice play that time for the Merchants.
2 outs now. 13-2. Yeah, Pomeroy's one of our favorites. You got to like him. You know what? The nice thing about it is he would probably actually help you a little bit, too, if you were doing something.
Oh, yeah. He'll let you know.
And he'll let you know if you're framing it, that if you had to frame it, then it was a ball. Has he ever told you that one before?
Some guys don't like framers, but, some of them it works.
He knows that's the job. Eddie Spindler used to be the king of that one. If you had to frame it, that means it was a ball, whether it was strike or not. 1 ball, no strikes. That one's in there for strike 1. I had a guy the other day, I can't remember, he was over in Denison, and he makes funny noises with these strikes, like whoop.
How did you hear that? Was that
the ball? Two balls, 1 strike. I was down there for the JV game. He was calling it. It was the funniest sound I've ever heard.
He was sitting in an air-conditioned building with the windows that don't open.
Foul ball, strike 2. They do open. They just don't let you open them. I got good hearing. Don't tell my wife that.
Yeah, because I'm sure you never hear what Lisa says.
not unless I'm not supposed to. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. You'll learn.
No, I won't.
There's a chopper.
Holy cow.
That one's going to be way up. That's going to be base hit single.
Yep.
And didn't get more than 2 steps out.
I had to have hit home plate. Holy cow.
No, I don't think it did. It's pretty hard down there, though, with the rain.
True.
Yeah, you'll learn. You're married with 3 daughters. You try not to hear anything. So that'll bring up Mr. Barker, right?
Yep, Doug Barker stepping in. He's 0 for 2 tonight, a pair of strikeouts. 1 looking, 1 swinging.
I'm going to let you do the book part of that because I got lost there when I was trying to fix stuff, so I don't have a whole lot of...
I'm kind of used to that when you help me out.
That's going to be the strike one. You know, why did I? Because I needed body. That's why I need. What are you doing Sunday, Cade? You want to do a game Sunday?
Yeah, I'm not going to be here Sunday.
You can be on the air with me. I'm at 4 o'clock. Pitch on the way. That's in there for strike 2. Our condolences go out to our buddy Johnny Biter. He lost his brother the other night. So Johnny was going to be on the air with us, but he, of course, got the family matter. So condolences to Johnny.
You bet.
No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Oh, that one was close, but he's going to give him a ball on that one.
Berg tried to frame that one.
That's when you know.
Yeah.
I'm guessing Benny might have said something on that one. Benny's been known to joke around with the guys.
Yeah, joking maybe, but the one thing you don't ever...
Do you ever say anything when you think it's a strike?
No.
Because the one thing you don't question is balls and strikes, right?
I had one guy ask me if he thought he was calling a bad game. I was like, what am I supposed to respond to that?
Yes,
I mean,
yes, you are.
I was like, oh, you got 3 innings to fix it.
Here, I'll tell you when they're strikes.
Ask me in 3 more innings is what you say there.
You can tell when they've umped a lot of games when they're kind of new to it by how they talk to you.
Yep.
I bet you had one of my buddies calling you. If you're down at Body Day Dell, he's a pretty good guy. You'd like him behind the plate.
I think I've caught a lot of guys. I've caught 3 years. I bet I've seen.
You've seen a lot of different
close to everybody.
Everybody shot up the middle. Another base hit. That'll put the runners at the corners. 2 outs. Oh, he's going to take a shot at him. Almost get him, and the runner does not advance. So base hit single. Advance the runner to third.
Third hit here of the inning for Storm Lake. They are now up to 9 hits. They've actually out-hit the Merchants, but those 7 errors, the difference in this game right now, 13-2, Merchants with the lead.
Absolutely. Errors, walks, and hit by pitch. Those just kill you, and that's really been the downfall of the Whitecaps tonight. And we'll take that as the Merchants. We need wins. That 6-game losing streak really had the guys kind of down. They were actually pretty light mood last night when I went down there. You would think with a streak like that they'd be down in the dumps, but still having fun. Pitch on the way.
And Jeff, while we have a second here, closing the book on Tyler Jacobson tonight. 5 innings, gave up 5 hits and 2 runs. Both of those were earned. He struck out 11 and walked 2 tonight.
Nice night. No balls, 1 strike, 2 outs here. There's going to be a fly ball back here by us. Yeah, Kate, if you want to come out here Sunday night, you're more than welcome. 4 o'clock game.
Sounds good.
We'll get you on. Heck, we might even let you do the play-by-play. I'll sit over here and do nothing.
It is nice being in this spot. I'll tell you that.
It is. You know, and the best part is when you're on the radio with him, and especially if you really don't feel like doing it, and that's going to bounce in there for ball 1. There's days I don't really feel like doing anything but sitting here and mess with him, see if I can make him stumble through something.
So I'll go like 3 innings without even talking.
1 ball, 2 strikes. I told Johnny Biter his only job was to keep me entertained. Pitch on the way.
Ooh, that's a base hit. That's a tough one.
That's going to be out center field. That's going to be a double probably. That's going to score 1, but good job of getting the ball in. So an RBI. Double.
And, Jeff, the one thing I know this game is right now kind of out of control, but the one thing we've learned in watching these games over the years is don't count a team out until we're through the 9th inning.
No, I'm looking down the bullpen. There's nobody throwing right now.
Well, they've got a big enough lead. They're going to try to get some innings, I think, out of Mr. Hughes here tonight.
I think what they're trying to do is just not use – Hughes is usually not a pitcher, so they're just going to try to get as many innings as they can. You're right. And save as much as they can and bring the closers in. 13-3. And he hasn't done a bad job. Missed downstairs.
Well, he threw last year for ADM, so he has pitched.
But he hasn't done a bad job here tonight.
Right,
He's throwing strikes. They're able to hit him right now. It's kind of a bad matchup. 1 ball, no strikes. 2 outs. See if he can get through this one.
I don't think, and that's a flare that should be caught.
Over the shoulder. Nope. Larkin's going to drop it. 1 run scores. 2nd run comes in. It's going to be stopped by Berg. So.
And that's a play there where Johnson probably needs to call off the third baseman, and the shortstop needs to. It's just an easier play for the shortstop on that one.
That's a really tough play for the third baseman with your back to the home plate and that ball kind of just coasting in. Yeah, it should be shortstop's ball a lot of the time.
Did you give him an error?
Yeah. So 2 runs, unearned runs scoring here in the inning. And all of a sudden, we've got a 13-5 ball game. And that's going to bring up now Mr. Brandenburg. Tyler Brandenburg tonight. 0 for 2 with a walk and a run scored. He'll foul the first pitch back, and the count is 0-1.
Glad I got my truck out and clear on the other side.
I walked because I didn't want to take up a parking spot, and then I figured that I wouldn't be able to park in the good spots and I'd get stuck.
You know what? That was right about my truck. There's strike 2. I forgot I didn't park over.
By
I didn't get my
rec
spot.
center?
Yeah, my rec center spot's not there. I'm kind of right in that wheelhouse.
Well, that's why I literally walked from the station over here tonight.
Hopefully my insurance guy's a good guy. No balls,
Is it Mr. Brinks or who do you go through?
It's going to have to be me. I had to turn my own in. There's a high fly ball at center field. Looks like we're camped underneath that when we made the play. So they're going to get 3 runs?
Yep.
3 runs, yep, 3 runs.
4 hits.
4 hits.
1 error.
1 error.
And 1 left.
We are going to the bottom of the 6th. Merchants lead 13-5 back after this. 19 Merchant corporate sponsors are Sparky's One Stop, Anytime Fitness, Ike Allen Distributing, Merchant Park Concession, Culver's, Giant Seeds, Pit Stop Auto Wash, Platinum Fitness, and now on to the broadcast booth. Merchant Park Concession, Kick 106.7, KCIM 1380 92.5, 93.7 KKRL. And now, on to the broadcast booth.
Okay.
And then I've got this one here. Welcome back to Merchants Baseball. We're working with Cade Nissen and Jeff Blankman. Cade is a young gentleman that helped get the Carroll program started on video. So we're talking about, so the camera to my right is the wide angle view, so we have the entire field. So we'll get him on Sunday with us and show him how we're doing it here. And kind of cool with the stuff we have. It's all wireless, so we can actually put another camera up, but then we lose out on some programming things. So just some nerdy things going on here in the background for you folks that you don't care about. 13-5. DeMar is still pitching. That's in there for, who do we have up?
Chase Cortan is the scheduled batter.
Oh, you know, I got to flip my book over. That's why.
Yeah, might help.
Cortan, strike 1. I'm looking down there going, wait a minute here. That's not right.
Didn't recognize the names.
Pitch on the way. Curve ball. That's a big bender. Ball 1. Beautiful night here at Historic Merchants Park. Get a chance to come on out. We'll be here Sunday. You know what? I need to look to see who we can play Sunday.
Cortan tonight has struck out, walked, and was hit by a pitch. And there's a foul ball back up against the screen. Count runs now to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Again, the Whitecaps tonight have had hit 10 batters, and they've walked 3. So a lot of extra guys on base to go with those 7 errors. 1-2 pitch, breaking ball, misses up top. Count runs now to 2 balls and 2 strikes.
We play the Ames Peak on Sunday at 4:05. That'd be a fun one for you to watch. You got a lot of kids there that are trying to move on to the next level. Pitch on the way. Down the dirt.
Yeah, we faced a guy from Winterset that was going to Northwestern to throw and be a position player for them, so that was kind of fun.
Yeah.
Who was it?
Casey Young. He threw the second game, and then the freshman who threw the first game is actually in talks with Iowa right now. He threw really hard for a freshman.
Full count. And
rung him up.
He knew.
Chase goes down looking. That'll bring up Ty Hansen. Ty tonight struck out looking in the 2nd, 3rd, and struck out swinging in the 4th. So Ty's had a rough night tonight. Time for him to try. Is this the 3rd left-hander in a row?
Yeah.
Wow. That's pretty impressive out of Storm Lake. A lot of BV players playing for Storm Lake. Buena Vista. Here, just local college. Strike 1.
And that wind we had early in the game has certainly died down. That flag out in center field now still blowing a little bit, but not very much, and laying flat even at times.
If it was blowing up wood, you'd be in your winter coat. There's a hard hit ball down first base. And it's
nice
a
play.
Good snag for out number 2 unassisted.
Nick Heinrich's coming up with that one right down the line. Good piece of hitting that time for Hansen, and that's something, Jeff, that I know right now he's going to be frustrated. He's 0 for 4, but the fact that he put the bat on the ball and hit it hard has got to help him out that next time he gets up.
Yeah, he must have had, him and the first baseman must have had a little conversation coming back. I think it was Hansen might have been over here earlier talking to Storm Lake. You see a lot of, before a game, you see them get them talking around each other. So Mike Wallace up tonight. Mike tonight had a hit by pitch and scored. He had a double, was picked off. and got on a fielder's choice and scored. And then he was infield, ground out. Strike one. I can't believe they get a buck a ball.
That's a lot.
Insane.
That's a lot compared to the nickel that I used to get back when I had to do it years ago.
We were getting a dime. They would give us a lolly, and we thought we were in good shape. You got a dime, you go get a new lolly.
I was going to say, I think the kids today would look at them and go, a lolly.
Well, first of all, you can't find lollies anymore.
Yeah.
You're missing out on one of the luxuries of life. That and a pixie stick.
I remember it was a nickel because a cup of pop out of the fountain pop those back in those days was 50 cents, and you needed 10 foul balls to be able to afford one.
Fly ball out to right field, coming in and making the play.
Got to go a few games in order to get that.
Oh, no, there's a lot of foul balls.
Oh, true.
And you fought your friends for them.
3 up, 3 down. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. We go to the top of the 7th. Merchants lead 13-5. Back after this. Great Merchant program sponsors for 2019. Commercial Savings Bank. Trees Company. Raccoon Valley Electric Co-op. Mid-Iowa Insurance and Real Estate. Charlie Steakhouse. Southside Lounge. Carroll Dental Associates. AAA Seeds. Barron's Construction. Roselle Mutual Insurance. Johnston Communications. We would like to thank these great Merchant program sponsors for 2019. Bruner, Reinhardt, and Morton LLP. Giant Seeds. Piranha Club. Lincoln Highway Pharmacy. Platinum Fitness. Templeton Savings Bank. State Wealth Management.
So you tried to earn yourself enough before the night was over.
Welcome back to Merchants Baseball. Just reliving some of the good old days. Cade doesn't realize how good he has it.
Were they the good old days, really?
Oh, yeah, we had a lot of fun. Just tell them the first fields I played on in Coon Rapids, they actually would have the demolition derbies on there for the fair, and so you would have to actually pick up the glass, and there'd be glass shards in it. The high school played on that for, I was young, I was in elementary, but then they built, I think it was my 8th grade year we got to move up to our brand new stadium, so it was beautiful, and but they had rocks because the grass hadn't grown in, so every day for 2 years we had to walk out there with a 5-gallon bucket and pick up rocks before you could have practice. That was part of your deal. So the good old days. Oh yeah, that's Lisa Waddle. She'll tell you about the good old days. Me carrying a 5-gallon bucket.
I believe that. You know, she is just a terrific lady. I was down there last night watching some of the baseball game with them and Glenn Ralston. She comes over, make sure I needed something to drink and everything else, and I'm like, I'm down here just watching. I'm good.
She has been like that forever since she moved.
Yep.
You know, she was just out of college and kind of adopted us young kids that were punks and took care of us. And
we feel for her then.
Oh yeah. I was actually gone before her kids were born, but you know those kids grew up on the diamond.
Yep. He was going to be back in for his 2nd inning of work.
13-5 Merchants lead.
Top of the 7th inning. Again, folks, this is a 9-inning game. Yeah, you can turn it on.
All right.
This is a 9-inning game here tonight, so not just a 7-inning game.
You know, that really changes your philosophy here. I think, Cade, you'll start to figure that out. Who you pitch, when you pitch, how you do it. You know, at 13-5, you're not out of it here. You got 2 more innings.
Yeah, for sure. And in a 7-inning game, your starter could kind of have a bad inning or 2 and still stay in it with the max at 110. In 9 innings, you got to be pretty efficient or have a good bullpen in order to stay in that one.
That's going to miss ball 1. Will you be thinking about bringing in somebody to shut you down here, top of the 7th? Pitch on the way. There's a high fly ball right field. Going back and making the play. I don't know who we have out there right now.
Mike Wallace.
Wallace is out there, okay.
Yep.
No changes there.
So Heinrichs now going to step in. Heinrichs tonight is struck out swinging. Has singled and scored and struck out swinging. So a 1-for-3 night going for Nick Heinrichs here tonight.
I have lost everything. There's my paper with everybody. I had it listed where everybody was playing, and I lost that thing along the way.
You're that guy that organizes by having little notes laying all over the place, aren't you?
I had a big notepad, but, man, when bad things start happening, I got to scramble. I start throwing things away. There's strike 1. But, yes, you're right. You've been to my office.
He's not very organized.
There's notes everywhere, but I get it done.
Yeah, he's organized. He just doesn't look organized. That's the way it works.
Yeah, maybe. Depends on what it is.
John Ryan would say the same thing about me if you look at my desk at work. But
My daughters came in and cleaned my desk. Not only the top, but they cleaned inside my drawers. I'm going to kill them.
did it take them a month?
No, but I was looking for something the other day, and it was in the garbage. That misses.
Yeah.
2 balls, 1 strike. They came in and wrecked my world is what they did. 2-1.
Trying to help, I'm sure.
13-5. It didn't. There's a foul ball back. 2-2.
That's going to be a vehicle. That one
You learn
headed.
where to park.
Say
it
hi
very
to.
fast.
Want to say hi to our buddy Tom Brinks
Yeah.
at Roselle Mutual Insurance. He's out there tonight.
Where's he at?
I think
Working?
he's still working. No, I'll take that back. They're going to have fireworks out at. They're going to have a deal out at Carl Brinks's. Did he go?
I was going to say, does he ever stop working?
Oh, we're trying to figure out when he starts. Sometimes he's napping.
Okay, does he ever leave the
Wait a
office?
minute. Do I got a check coming? Oh, yeah, he works all the time. I'm due for a check. Full count now. Yeah, so we got a little paint going on, so he's been working hard. That's going to miss for a walk. We were painting the office, so he had to clean out that one your favorite one to look
Yeah.
at. That one got painted today, and back by the printers now, back by our break room, which looks a little rough, is going to get painted. So he's going to do a lot of rearranging, but he wants to do it himself. He won't let me help. So.
Well, I tell you what, Jeff, for the Merchants, so just the 3rd walk issued tonight. So, we talked about all the hit by pitches and walks for the Whitecaps. Really good pitching effort here tonight so far for the Merchants.
The kids are down there. Oh, there's a throw over. Kids over playing in the batting cages and the mounds. Well, ball ended up going on the field, so one of the players had to run down and toss it back to him. So that's the neat thing. You look down there, there's kids everywhere, and they're having fun here on a nice Saturday or Friday night, I guess. Losing track of it.
And glad to see more high school or younger age kids getting out to the high school games too.
Yeah.
That had been something that had kind of bothered me the last few years, but you're starting to see a lot more young kids coming out to your guys' games.
Yeah,
Kate. That's
true.
got to make you feel good.
Even the high school students. I mean, we've had some huge crowds down
There's
there.
he's going. Throw
Nobody
down.
was
Not
there.
in time. That's going to go out to the outfield. Really lackluster effort there by both the guys.
Yeah, and you got to give the air to somebody, and I'm not going to give it to Ben.
No,
Yeah.
I'm going to go E4
Yeah.
and
Yeah, you'd think with the lefty up, you'd usually go shortstop.
Shortstop
covering
should
the
have been
bag.
covering on that. So,
Yeah.
Honnold, I think you got a delivery here from Robo.
just want to thank you, Mr. Reinhardt.
Thank you, Robo.
Yeah, as a catcher, you're taught to just throw it, and they're supposed to get
They're
there.
supposed to
so,
get there.
Yeah.
High fly
Absolutely.
ball in foul territory. Larkin going after it. Has
boy.
room and makes the catch in foul territory.
He even looked down to make sure where he was, and he looked
Yep.
back up and still tracked
Still
it.
tracked it. Yeah, that's hard to do.
Yeah, usually when you look down, you're not tracking it again.
And he's not going to get any help from the Storm Lake bench over there,
No,
that's for sure.
If anything,
Yeah.
yeah, it's not going to help.
Yeah.
Two outs now.
The dugout might be yelling, "You're out of room, you're out of room," rather than "You got room."
Yeah.
McCrary's going to be up. McCrary tonight. I'm going to let you. What's McCrary done?
McCreary tonight has singled, popped up to the shortstop and grounded into a 4-6-3 double play, and he's going to
Shot.
ground.
I think Tate took a shot to the head. His glasses popped off. That
Well,
one.
I think that one skirted past him. I think he got the face and everything out of the way, but that one
talking
took
about-
kind of
I'm
that
going to
hop.
give him a base hit.
Yep.
That was not playable when
That
that
might have
thing
hit
got
that lip that we were talking
Yep,
about.
there's that lip that comes from the edge of the grass, the infield grass, to where the dirt is, where the infielders play. And sometimes you hit that, and you do get those kind of crazy
Yeah.
hops then.
This place, the dirt and the grass won't take many bad hops in itself. It's when it hits that in-between spot. This place is well kept, so it usually is not going to take any funny hops on a routine one.
So 13-6 now.
Yeah, run came in to score on that one. So McCreary will pick up an RBI. That is going to be an unearned run given up by Hughes for right now.
1 ball, no strikes, 2 outs. 13-6, Merchant lead. Hughes pitch on the way. Be a high fly ball out to left. Looks like he's camped under it. Makes the play. So Snyder with the out. Not before they do some damage. They get 2 runs there, right? Or 1 run.
Nope, 1-1.
1 run on
One
hit.
hit. Yeah, 1 error.
1 error, and they're going to leave 1. We are going to the bottom of the 7th. Merchants lead 13-6. Back after this. I'd like to thank these great Merchant program sponsors for 2019. Bloomers Bar and Grill. Echo Electronics. Roman Stephenson Son Construction. Bretterman Associates, Insurance and Real Estate. Region 12, Council of Governments. Windstar Lines. Pro Auto. United Bank of Iowa. We would like to thank these great merchant program sponsors for 2019. Anytime Fitness, Computer Concepts of Iowa, Court Street LLC, Lens Insurance and Real Estate, Lauderdale Country Store, Carroll Glass, Market on 30, Merchant Park Concessions. Welcome back here to Merchants Baseball. Jeff Honnold, Jeff Blankman, and Cade Nissen. I think we talked Cade into coming back. He's having so much fun.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Cade's going to be on here on Sunday with me. I'm looking forward to that.
I'll think about you guys while I'm sitting in my recliner.
At 4:06, you will be snoring. You're gonna bring your CPAP down with you as you sleep. 13-6, Merchants lead. Merchants have gotten 13 runs on 8 hits. They've received 7 errors, but given up 2.
I am planning on going for a 6-mile run on Sunday morning if it's not raining, so I might be taking a nap by 4:06.
I'm thinking about going for a 6-mile drive. DeMar's still in there for the Whitecaps. Pitch on the way. That's in there for strike 1. Ooh,
we got a new batter here.
A new batter.
Ryan Booth from Ellsworth Community College.
So Booth is going to come in for
Reese Snyder.
He's going to foul that one off. Strike 2. I think his parents are here tonight, if I heard that right. There's like 3 or 4 sets of parents here.
It could be.
Good weekend for them to come in. No balls, 2 strikes. They're off tomorrow, so they get a little time to hang out together. Pitch on the way. Misses low and outside. Ball 1. So Merchants off tomorrow. Then Sunday, 4:05, we'll be back on the air. We'll have everything charged up, I promise.
Yeah, take it home, plug it in.
I am taking it home tonight. This stuff's all mine tonight.
Okay.
That's going to miss. Ball 2. Actually, we're going to try, they're going to try to do our church service from Swan Lake outside. So we're going to try to stream with this. So I'm going to have to take it
Yeah,
home.
good luck with that.
Yeah, you're right. Here's going to be a shot to second. Scooped up and over in time for the first out of the inning.
McCreary with the play on that one. And that will be the first out here in the inning.
So it's going to bring up Nick Stupel. Nick tonight has scored 4 times. All 4 times he's been on base, he's scored. We like that. We need to keep that streak going tonight.
We'll tell you what he's done here in just a second.
There's curveball missing. Ball 1.
He singled and drove in a run and scored in the first. Reached on an error on the right fielder in the third and scored. Reached on a fielder's choice in the fourth and scored. And singled and scored in the fifth.
1 ball, no strikes, 1 out. Pitch on the way. Ooh, he looks at a good one. Strike 1.
You can just tell from sitting right here, this velocity is a little down compared to the other pitchers. And sometimes as a hitter, you want to see that higher velocity, especially, going from a high velocity guy to a low. It's a really tough
it's a terribly tough adjustment to have to make.
Yeah. Downstairs, ball 2.
I remember I was an 8th grader, and we had a kid that threw in the 80s, and he started against a very good IKM team. It was before they joined up with Manning. Actually, it was just Irwin by themselves. They had 3 Division I kids. He threw the first 6. They put me in for the 7th to face the 3 kids that were going D1. I struck them out 9 pitches because I threw in the 50s.
yeah. And sometimes when they see a lower velocity guy, they overswing.
They couldn't adjust.
2-2, 1 out here. Bottom of the 7th, 13-6, Merchant lead. There's a curveball.
See,
hit
just
to
like
short.
that.
Yep.
Rolled him over and out. Yep, just got him in there. Got him to roll that pitch over.
Yep.
Yeah, you get guys over swinging because they think they can hit it out. When
they feel like it's batting practice.
Yeah. It looks like it.
Ben's messing with Dorn. They've known each other a long time, the catchers. So they're having a little wrestling match, walking back to the plate.
Berg tonight has reached on a fielder's choice, was hit by a pitch and scored, single and scored, and then popped up to the second baseman in his 4 plate appearances here this evening.
Pitch on the way. A high fly ball, short center
it's
field.
It's going to be trouble.
And has to be made. Caught by the shortstop.
Berg.
Brandon Berg, yep.
Brandon Berg. So no run on no hits, no errors, nobody left. We got 7 innings done. Merchants lead 13-6.
You don't know?
I'd like to thank these great Merchant program sponsors for 2019. Bruner, Reinhardt, and Morton LLP. Giant Seeds. Piranha Club. Lincoln Highway Pharmacy. Platinum Fitness. Templeton Savings Bank. State Wealth Management. We would like to thank these great Merchant program sponsors for 2019. Bloomers Bar and Grill. Echo Electronic. Roman Stephenson Son Construction. Bretterman Associates Insurance and Real Estate. Region 12 Council of Governments. Windstar Lines. Pro Auto. United Bank of Iowa. Welcome back to Merchants Baseball. Jeff Honnold here with you. Have Jeff Blankman and Cade Nissen.
It's a good thing you got Cade here tonight.
68 degrees. We got a east wind at 13 mile an hour. Feels like 68. Blankman's out here wanting to put on a winter coat. Actually,
I got a hoodie. I got a hoodie on.
Yeah. You got a quarter zip.
I got a quarter zip, a short sleeve,
man
and
enough
a
for that,
hoodie.
so you put a hoodie on.
Absolutely.
Cade's over there in a t-shirt and shorts with the wind at his back saying, "What's wrong with you?"
I'm old. I don't care what people think anymore. I'm going to stay warm.
When did you ever care? That's why you was single.
When I was in my 20s, I cared if people thought I looked tough. Now I don't care.
That look right there is why you're still a single guy.
Yep, and I'm perfectly happy being single. He has more of an issue with it than I do.
That brings up Parker. 2 still on the mound for the Merchant Twos. There's a high fly ball.
Larkin's got a chance at this one in foul territory.
He's looking. He's got it. So that's going to start out with a pop-up for the first out. Larkin doing a nice job of not only tracking the ball, but tracking where he's at and being able to pick it back up. That's impressive. That's a guy who's played some baseball. He must have been taught by his brother. See, I've been picking on his brother on here. We'll give him a little shout out. Oh, do we got a new pitcher, batter here, number 3?
Nope. McCready will step in. McGregor has walked, struck out, and doubled, driving into and scored back in the 6th.
Curveball didn't break, ball 1. Now we got some activity down in the Merchants bullpen. We got a couple guys headed down that way. Pitch on the way.
Kids down there are going to love that.
They do love it. They absolutely love it.
Yeah, because they get to hang out with them and everything else.
Have you been to a Merchants game yet?
I've been to a few.
Yeah, it's fun to watch them down there. The kids will scatter and let them throw a pitch
They're super scared of them, but yeah. The Merchants guys are super cool about starting conversations. And
do you get a chance to get to know the Merchants guys very much?
They share a den with us. We don't really see them too much. Sometimes we'll leave the bus at the same time. But yeah, they do a really good job of keeping the den, and it's just really tidy. And they have their stuff, and we have ours. So it's really good.
Who drives a blue Chevy pickup truck for Carroll High?
That might be Cade Shable.
Well, Cade Shable, if he'd have been here last night.
It might be, not sure.
We're going to go with Cade Shable. Cade Shable would have got a free car wash last night because he had the dirtiest car in the lot.
Picked his vehicle as the dirtiest one in the lot. They kept saying we need the driver of the blue pickup.
So you might want to have Cade check in on that because.
And Beans, we figured that nobody showed up with that blue pickup. It had to be one of you guys on the high school baseball team.
So we're going to give Cade the dirtiest car. I'm good with that.
That is funny. I'm gonna text him that right now.
Yeah. You know what? I am amazed, and I'm not trying to pick on the poor guy behind the plate, but I'm surprised at how many times the umpire has dove out of the play on the pitches in the dirt. You don't see that very often.
1 ball, no strikes, 1 out here. 13-6 Merchant lead. Pitch on the way. And there for strike 1.
Yeah, we take all the good spots before everyone gets here for the Merchants games.
You guys were in my spot the other night. I about towed you guys out of there. I'm going to hook on with a toe strap and just pull you out.
We take all those rec center spots.
That's the spot. Yeah, my spot.
Just leave one open for me. Put a reserve for Blankman side on there.
Foul ball, strike 2. Yeah, I'm just going to hook my toe strap. There's some little cars that right and pull one of those out to Dodge.
I just figured you'd pick it up, move it.
There's a couple of them I think I could. There's some activity down in the Whitecaps as well as the Merchants bullpen.
I still haven't seen a number down there. Nobody's really throwing right now in the Merchants. They're just kind of down there, yeah.
No, they've loosened up a little bit. They're just kind of hanging out, 1 and 2. They're swinging a miss. And bases occupied, so he's struck out.
Yep, runner did not move either, so that is the second out here in the inning, and that'll be the first strikeout for Mr. Hughes here tonight.
Doing a nice job. I mean, he's been hit hard, but he's controlled it.
Well, he settled in after that first inning, really.
Oh, do we have a new batter here? Nope.
Tyler Brandenburg.
Oh, it looks like Mr. Tom Hallcap up here having
the monotonous.
Doing the monotonous. You're right, announcing.
Brandenburg tonight has struck out twice, flown to center, and walked and scored. That walk and scores in the third.
High fly ball to center field. He smoked that one, but underneath that
Corton
is Corton for the out. So get out of this one with 1 run on 1 hit, or no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left. We are going to the bottom of the 8th. 13-6, Merchant lead. Back after these messages. Merchant corporate sponsors are Merchant Park Concession, Kick 106.7, KCIM 1380 92.5, 93.7 KKRL. And now, on to the broadcast booth. The 2019 Merchant corporate sponsors are Sparky's One Stop, Anytime Fitness, Ike Allen Distributing, Merchant Park Concession, Culver's, Giant Seeds, Pit Stop Auto Wash, Platinum Fitness. And now, on to the broadcast booth. Back here at historic Merchant Park, Jeff Honnold and Cade Nissen. We lost Blankman. I think he had to make an old man run. These 9-inning games, it's we don't get used to it, but we're so scheduled for 7 doing high school that
true.
You got to you just can't time these out. So Merchants 13-6 lead. They're going to bring up the number 5, 6, and 7 hitters. That'll be Larkin, Johnson, and Reynolds. So, beautiful night here at the ballpark. Nice crowd. A lot of activity. We got Relay for Life going on next door. Doing a lot of people walking for cancer. I think they have their luminaries here before too long.
Yeah, I heard them talking about that when I was walking in. It's always a cool thing to see.
Yep, around the 4th of July on the Friday night game, we'll have them shoot fireworks off out in the outfield. That's always fun. So Brendan Larkin tonight, he was hit by a pitch twice. He was walked once and had a single, scored twice. So I don't think they want to hit him again. He may lose it. They're swinging him a strike one. He is, for a big guy, he is a really mellow kid. I really like giving him static. And you see his haircut, he's even more intimidating. He's kind of got the wide mohawk going. No balls, 1 strike. Fun to be around. It's low.
Yeah, when guys kind of crowd the plate, pitchers think they can get away with jamming him inside, and
not with him.
He just had bad luck or good luck. Good luck in his case.
But you look at him here. He is tight to the plate.
Yeah,
he's not. Yeah,
it's Usually the guys with that high pitch or high hit by pitch count are the ones that crowd it. But
yeah, he's really kind of in there where everybody else has been.
Yeah, he's just a magnet.
2 balls, 1 strike. You all right?
I am doing fine.
Just making sure.
I just had to find out my new nickname, I guess, is Vanna.
There's a high fly ball out. I don't.
Did you hear Mr. Hawkhap?
Is that what he called you?
Yeah, he said that Vanna White, Jeff Blankman will play Vanna White, and he'll show you where the recycling stuff's at down here.
I did not hear that, but that was over the loudspeaker.
Over the loudspeaker, so that's why when I got down there, I showed everybody.
I don't usually watch you when you're walking, but yeah, good for him. Yeah, if you're Vanna White, I think I'm turning the TV off. 2-2 pitch on the way. That misses outside. It's going to look.
He was asking people to please pick up before they leave tonight. And he wanted me to show him where everything was at.
I got the guys to use the blower in here last night.
Huh?
Evidently, there's been some people hanging out when we're
with
not here.
Sunflower seeds?
Yeah. Or is that you?
That's not me.
That's the chopper
I haven't
spot.
started them yet this year.
And peanuts. There was a lot of peanuts in here. So
By the way, got to give a quick shout out. Saw Randy Snyder here tonight and Gary McGill.
I saw he was down over
Yeah.
there earlier. Yeah.
Yeah, Gary McGill, the Carroll boys soccer coach.
They
Well,
got it
he's-
for free
yeah,
tonight.
yeah.
The boys soccer team.
Yep.
'Cause they asked me if I was a boys soccer player. I should have said yes.
Well, you paid?
Yeah.
Well, we'll get you in free the next one.
Yeah, when you come in,
All right.
on
Sounds
Sunday,
good.
Yeah,
tell
you're
them that
broadcasting. You're
tell them that you're
broadcasting,
working with Honnold. They'll probably pay you.
We get paid for this?
No, but they'll pay him to work with you.
Boy, I missed out on some checks that we're getting
I'm
paid.
making more than Hawkcap tonight because I'm working with you.
If this was a paid gig, I missed some checks. Where's that at? 3-2 now. Nobody out.
Nice
That's
pitch.
in there. They're going to get him looking.
Yep. Nice pitch on the inside corner that time for DeMars. Actually, DeMars is out, I guess.
Oh, he's laughing at there. So that's not. Is that? We couldn't figure it out. Is it 16? Is his number?
That's the number it looked like to me.
But that doesn't work out well because they already got one.
Yeah.
One out. And that's going to bring up Tate Johnson. Guys are still smiling, having some fun. You know, they're playing a game. They're competitive, but yet, you know, got to enjoy the game.
You see these same teams over and over and over again
Yeah.
in this league, so you get to probably know. A lot of these guys probably even played against each other in college.
They're throwing ball across behind now. There, it's in there for strike one. One ball, one strike now. On Tate. Mosquitoes are coming out. Just got me in the leg. One ball, one strike.
I'm doing fine over here.
Misses. You see my little gal down there? She's got her baseball ribbon in her hair.
I see that, yeah.
She had a nice little red skirt last night. She said I'd look really bad in it. 2 balls, 1 strike.
I would leave.
Swinging and a miss, strike 2. Well, yeah, I had to ask. Then she said she didn't think I could have a ribbon in my hair either.
That would be tough.
She's been mean to me the last couple nights. I might have to buy her some candy and sweeten her
You
back
know, it's
up.
thinned a little bit more in the front, hasn't it?
Yeah, I've been beating on it. 2 balls, 2 strikes. I don't care. It can fall out. There's a foul ball back. That's just one less thing I have to worry about if they fall out. It's just going to turn gray. With 3 daughters, it's already going gray. It's just a matter of when it's going to be white. Grow it out and be Santa Claus.
At least you didn't give me the
You know
look
what?
John Ryan did.
There's my new one. I am going to grow it out. That misses.
Ooh, that was a nice looking pitch.
I'm going to grow it out. I'm going to grow my beard to leave my fat belly, and I can just be Santa Claus. That's it.
Well, you know, somebody needs to take over for Doug Bass. I
No
think
more-
he's retired from that.
No more weight loss.
Yeah.
Full count now. Pitch on the way. At miss outside. He's going to walk. Here we go. I got a new plan in life. I like my plan.
But you have money on the line the other way, so.
Frederick Reynolds going to be up. I don't know. You know, I can make a lot of money being Santa. I'm kind of a jolly fella.
Reynolds has flown out to right field in his only plate appearance so far here tonight.
You know, I'm disappointed in myself. I have not messed with Frederick nearly enough this year. We got him last year right away when he came in. He played one game
Played that one game.
with his brother.
That was so much easier because his brother was here.
Yeah, well, I'd picked on his brother so much that we had to get new blood. Pitch on the way. Just gonna miss upstairs. Ball.
Do want to remind everybody, too, us over at the radio station here in town, go to 1380kcm.com. We did do interviews with most of the merchants and their coaches. It's on the Meet the Merchants part of our website, so check that out to get some audio interviews with all of them.
And you did them, so you don't have to listen to me. One
Yeah.
ball, one strike.
John Ryan and myself were the guys, came over. We talked about where they're from, where they play college, you know, hobbies, just a little bit of everything.
What I don't like is, I do like that we have a lot of local guys playing, but what I don't like is we have a lot of local guys. So we got guys that I can't ask them about sweet corn and all kinds of stuff they're swinging and missing. I mean, all these guys are used to Iowa weather.
Yeah.
I can't. We'll get Costa up here, the Hawaiian boy. He's probably freezing today, but you know, you
I'm
get,
with him.
You get to talk to these guys about, you know, living in different experience. But I mean, like last night he was Cedar Rapids. I mean, he's used to this stuff. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Pitch on the way, in the dirt.
Yeah, like I remember Rosie from last year. He really got close to us, and he just had a whole different life from California, where he was from, and
he's
it's cool. Yeah, he's
playing semi-pro, I think.
Independent league right
Yeah,
now for the
good.
the Dirt Birds or something. It was funny. He sent us a picture of what his
him.
team name was. Yeah, he's a good guy.
There's a shot down first base.
Ooh.
Nice snag.
Tag.
And he's
Going to
get
get it
force
second
out at
base. So
first.
Johnson will reach on the ground out over to first base. Nice play that time by the first baseman, Heinrichs again. He was able to glove that one right by the bag. Got up, stepped on the bag, tried to get Johnson at second, but Johnson able to beat that throw down and got slid in before the tag.
Rosales, one of the players for the last couple of years for the Merchants, was going to come back and be a player/coach, and got picked up by a team in the Independence League, so good for him.
Caught a few bullpens for him. That's a little scary.
He can be efficiently wild. One ball, no strikes. Good guy. He just
really
basically he adopted Carroll as his hometown. That's inside.
He's at our practices helping us out and showing us little things and teaching us a post-game workout that we do all day and still keep him up to date on stuff. And yeah, it was cool. Remember watching live streams of him pitching in Valley City for the Vikings, I think it was, and it was really cool.
Yeah,
it's cool
nice
to see
guy,
you
great
know
story.
that guy.
Yeah, absolutely.
2 balls, I think he's planning on coming back this way when he's done.
That's what I understand. Yep.
2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Pitch on the way. That's in there for strike 2. Yeah, that's the fun part here. That we get to know these kids, and a lot of them follow them. I got to follow I had a nephew that played down in that Kansas league, so I got to see a lot of last year's players playing in that. Just kind of neat to see. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here. It's inside.
Nice knockdown that time by Dorman, the catcher, keeping that ball in front of him.
Tate, the runner at second base.
Cortan here tonight, guys, has struck out twice. He's been walked and a hit. So he's been on base 2 of the 4 times.
Made some nice plays out there in center field. Pitch on the way. Fouls that off the catcher.
And even though we're here in the bottom of the 8th, and you got to feel good about where the Merchants are at right now, Cade, with a guy out at second base, even with 2 outs here, you'd like to get that one more run, just another insurance run, because every run can help.
In any game, I mean, even being up 4 or 5, just like you said, up 7, every run counts, especially in this league when arms, you kind of want to save them, so you're trying to sneak by with guys, and it's tough, and you want every one you can get so that if errors do happen and long inning can come, then you're ready for it.
Boy, the catcher just took another one off the mask.
Yeah, that one got him pretty well, and the umpire doing what umpires do, walks out, talks to the pitcher a little bit.
Yeah, took a shot early, and then that one came right off his mask again. So,
where's it hurt the most when you get hit on those?
When they kind of tick off and kind of go right by and they don't, but it's when they hit you square and just kind of drop right in front of you, those kind of ring. And the ones when you block and they go on your arms, those last a few days.
Yeah, it's going to be a walk. So 2-out walk for Cortan, and that'll bring up Hanson. Hanson's had a rough night tonight. He's got the collar going. He struck out looking in the second, struck out looking in the third, struck out swinging in the fourth, and then he grounded out in the 6th. Pitch on the way in the dirt. Ball 1. Runners at first and second now for the Merchants. I'm going to get my light turned in here so I can see. My old eyes can't take this anymore. You're young over there. You can still see. 1 ball, no strikes, 2 outs. Pitch on the way. That's in there for strike 1. 1-1 now.
Catcher's done a really good job of Storm Lake receiving and blocking everything all night. Rarely has he gotten lazy and let one go by. Happens now and then, but he's done a really good, solid job of keeping everything in front of him.
That pitch is low again. He's been tested tonight.
Yeah.
Merchants have 13 runs on 8 hits, 2 errors. For the Whitecaps, they've gotten 6 runs on 11 hits, but have committed 7 errors. A lot of walks, a lot of hit by pitch. Pitch on the way. There's going to be a shot through the gap, and that's going to go. They're going to hold him up. So base is going to be loaded on that base hit by Hanson. So Hanson snaps his streak, gets on base, loads him up, and that will bring up Mike Wallace. Wallace tonight, hit by pitch, scored in the first, hit a double in the second, was thrown out, round in the bag. He got on with a fielder's choice in the 4th and scored, grounded out in the 5th, and flew out in the 6th. So Wallace now up to bat. You can hear Mr. Tom Hallcap there screaming out Mike Wallace's name. Bases loaded, 2 outs here, pitch on the way. That's going to be shot up the middle, and that's going to score one. They're going to go for the second one. They are. Coach is going to send him. That throw is offline and not in time. So 2 out, 2 RBI.
Jeff said those are 2 big runs there. You're already up 7, but, you know, those extra 2 to get you to 9 really make you feel comfortable going into the top of the 9th.
Yeah, runners at first and second, so 2 more runs there. Really giving them a nice comfort level. And that'll bring up Booth. He grounded out in the first, or in the 7th, I'm sorry. Pitch on the way, outside, ball 1. Jeff Blankman down there, he took his book with him. I knew he would not be able to go without his book. 15-6 now on 10 hits. Pitch on the way. That's in there for strike 1, 1-1. He's kind of a geek, you know what? He'll go to any game you watch, he'll have a book. You'll watch him on the 4th of July at the softball tournaments out at Carroll. He'll have 2 books going if you're watching 2 separate games.
Huh.
Oh, that ball gets away on the wild pitch. And runners will advance. So runners at second and third now.
It's one of those tough hops you can't really do anything with. Try to eat it all you want, but when it's like 50, 55 feet, you're not going to be able to block it.
2 balls, 1 strike. Jeff Blankman decided to come back to work.
Yeah. Had somebody wondering how long the players are here, how they're chosen to come play here, and where they live.
Yeah.
And where they live.
Absolutely. Yeah, I had a question today that they asked me if they get paid. That one's going to miss.
And then they ask if they come back more than 1 year. And I says, well,
sometimes.
Sometimes, but not very often. Yep.
They do not get paid. That would be an NCAA violation.
Yep.
So they do not get paid. They do get paid if they get a job, but they don't have a lot of time. There's going to be a shot now to short, dug up, thrown over in time. So that's going to end the inning. But not before the Merchants get some damage. They get 2 runs.
2 hits.
On 2 hits.
No errors.
No errors.
2 left.
2 left. Hey, we're going to go to the top of the 9th. Merchants lead now 15-6. Back after this. To thank these great Merchant program sponsors for 2019. Bloomers Bar and Grill. Echo Electronics. Roman Stephenson Sons Construction. Gretaman Associates, Insurance and Real Estate. Region 12, Council of Governments. Windstar Lines. Pro Auto. United Bank of Iowa. We would like to thank these great Merchant program sponsors for 2019. Bruner, Reinhardt, and Morton LLP. Giant Seeds. Piranha Club. Lincoln Highway Pharmacy. Platinum Fitness. Templeton Savings Bank. State Wealth Management. Well, we're back here at Merchants Park, historic Merchants Park. You can see by the skies, it is dark here, but I don't see any chance. We don't think we have any rain coming in.
Not till tomorrow.
We got half inning to go, and we're bringing in Mr. Bowman.
Yep, Travis coming in.
Travis is my videographer. He's the guy's got. We'll have to bring him up here Sunday. He's got a camera that rivals Story on.
Okay.
So
I bet you him and Cade here could probably have some conversation.
Bowman came in last time and did a wonderful job for the Merchants. He's been pitching well. So come in here and have him shut the door at the 15-6 lead. Bo Dorman up. You know, Hallcap is just entertaining.
He is.
He's so dumb, he's funny. He's going in there, kind of doing his Patrick imitation, naming the names. Pitch on the way now. Sidearmer's in there for strike 1. I love this little sidearm action.
Dorman tonight is 1 for 4. He's got a single, a fly out to center, a fly out to left, and a fly out to right. So he's tried all the different outfielders at some point here and another.
So have you ever seen Dan Quisenberry with the sidearm, drop-down sidearm throw?
He probably doesn't know.
That's too old for you, isn't it? Yeah, see? There it is.
Dan Quisenberry is when we were young kids.
I was a pup. 1 ball, 1 strike. That's a long time ago you start
Played
doing
for the
that, man.
Kansas City Royals, was on their 85 World Championship
I'm seeing
team.
girls here that used to coach or drinking or able to buy alcohol. That's just wrong. 1 ball, 1 strike. That means I am getting old. Pitch on the way. There's a foul ball back.
Yeah.
That's a car.
We'll give you a hard time here in about 3 or 4 years when you get old enough and you come back to a game we see you. We'll be like, you can't be old enough.
Cade's not old enough.
Yep.
Yeah, when you see him walking around here with a wristband, you're like, no, I'm not that old. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Nobody out here. Top of the ninth. Pitch on the way. Nice curveball gets him swinging.
You know, the sad thing is, Jeff, I've actually been here in town long enough that in about 5-6 years probably I'm going to be starting to call kids of kids that I covered when they were in high school.
I'm having a hard time. Girls that I've coached for a long, long time are all getting married and having kids, and that's really not good for me.
Yep.
Including my daughter. Just that when they're starting to get married, and you coach them since they were in 3rd and 4th grade. That just tells you how old you are.
Yeah. Yep.
Got to see a bunch of them last weekend. That was really nice. Thanks for covering. No balls, no strikes, 1 out. Swing and a miss. Bowman's got strike 1. 15-6. Nice crowd hanging out here for the finale.
New batter is number 31, and we do not have a 31 here, so do not know who the new batter is for the Whitecaps.
I don't know why I'm worried about this. You're going to keep your own book. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Pitch on the way.
Well, you need it for do interviews. I'm not sticking around.
For strike 2.
I still got all the high school stuff I got to get back and collect and work on.
Ain't that just a dandy?
Yeah, I'd like to get out of work. Last night was 2:30. I'd like to get out of there before then tonight.
Get out of the bar.
Yeah, I wish. Actually, I don't.
Get out of the bar, I'm telling you.
I'm not you. I don't go to the bar.
I can't tell you the last time I was in one. No, maybe I could. I think that through a little bit more.
2-2 pitch. Going to miss outside. Count runs to 3-2.
All right, I just did it again. I don't know what button I pushed, but I wiped out our stream there for a second. Sorry, folks. I got to figure out what button is doing that because that is not good.
Well, don't keep hitting buttons.
I keep hitting it. I don't know what it is. Here's your pitch. There's a high fly ball at center field. That ball's carrying. Underneath that is Fortan. He makes the catch for the 2nd out. Cowbells are going, if you can hear them.
And Jeff, by the way,
love my cowbells.
The Merchants did make a change.
Oh, sorry.
Ryan Booth is out in left field for Reese Snyder. When Reese got plunked that last time up, you can still see the marks from the seams in his elbow. So
what?
they're letting him sit out the rest of the game.
So what? Come on, Reese. I'll go down and get it. 2 outs now. We're in the bottom of the top of the 9th inning. 15-6. Pitch on the way. There's a fly ball.
That's going to be right out at Mr. Booth.
He's going to make that catch. We just talked about him. And he's going to get the finale. No runs, no hits, no errors. 3 up, 3 down. And that's a winner, folks. 15-6. And that's number 2 of a 10-game winning streak that I've got him on. So we're going to keep going on that. Cade is going to come back with us on Sunday, 4:05. And Jeff Blankman's going to get out of here because, really, I'm just sick of him. So we'll get rid of Jeff. We'll be back. We'll do some commercials, and Coach will send some players up, and we'll have some interviews after this. We would like to thank these great Merchant program sponsors for 2019. Anytime Fitness, Computer Concepts of Iowa, Court Street, LLC, Lens Insurance and Real Estate, Litterdale Country Store, Carroll Glass, Market on 30, Merchant Park Concessions. Thank these great Merchant program sponsors for 2019. Bruner, Reinhardt, and Morton LLP. Giant Seeds. Piranha Club. Lincoln Highway Pharmacy. Platinum Fitness. Templeton Savings Bank. State Wealth Management. We would like to thank these great Merchant program sponsors for 2019. Bruner, Reinhardt, and Morton LLP. Giant Seeds. Piranha Club. Lincoln Highway Pharmacy. Platinum Fitness. Templeton Savings Bank. State Wealth Management. Merchant corporate sponsors are Merchant Park Concession, Kick 106.7, KCIM 1380 92.5, 93.7 KKRL. And now, on to the broadcast booth. Computer Concepts of Iowa, Court Street, LLC, Lens Insurance and Real Estate, Litterdale Country Store, Carroll Glass, Market on 30, Merchant Park Concessions. All right, Jeff Honnold here back with you at Mercer Stadium. Who do I have with me?
Mike Wallace.
Mike Wallace. Mike, pull that a little bit closer too so people can hear you.
All right.
And who do you have behind you over there? I saw you come up and give them a hug.
Oh, that's my host family, Janine and Mike Vanami.
Yeah. So you're staying with Vanamis. You're from where?
Minneapolis, Minnesota.
You know, see, you guys are all these Midwest kids. I can't. Last year we had kids from California. They don't know what sweet corn is. They don't know what. You guys are all used to this stuff. But how do you like being in Carroll? You've been here a little bit.
It's a lot different than Minneapolis, just with the size. But no, it's great. I really like the small town. I played JUCO in a small town in Iowa.
Yep.
And
where'd you play at?
Ellsworth Community College.
You're playing at Ellsworth. Yeah,
you are.
You were in Iowa Falls. You were in a small town. You get that?
Yeah,
right?
no, this place is a little bit bigger. A lot more stuff to do.
Yeah,
it's great. I like it here a lot.
And we watched out earlier, and you guys don't get a chance to go out and warm up, but the kids. I mean, you guys are like rock stars here in town. Is that new for you, and what's that like?
Oh, it's great. From high school and Ellsworth, we didn't have that many fans, especially kids coming in the game. So it's really cool to have all the fans and the kids, especially asking for autographs, pictures. It's great. It's a really fun experience. Now
tonight, you've been the lead off here the last couple nights. I think you started out double last night, if I remember right. See, look at memory. Rock. Tonight you scored twice. You hit the ball hard tonight. Talking to Coach, you guys are a contact team.
Yeah.
And you had some strikeouts going on, but one of the frustrations I heard was with the Storm Lake team, you guys thought you could get them to make some errors. You just had to put the ball in play. Was that what the plan was tonight?
Well, we didn't really come into the mindset, but obviously we don't want to strike out. We've had a lot of fly balls lately, and we just needed to focus on hitting liners, ground balls, putting the ball in play, and making them make the mistakes. We know that they aren't that great of a fielding team, and we know that if we put it in play, we're going to score runs, and that was the plan.
I'm not sure if you heard me earlier tonight when I was down there. You might have been out working, but last night was game 1. This is game 2 now of the 10-game winning streak that I'm predicting you guys on. So you got 2. I'll be with you on Sunday, so that's 3. We're on a roll here.
Okay.
But talk about, I mean, this is such a different experience. I mean, you're playing ball every night. I know you're in college, but you play 1, 2, 3 nights a week, maybe tops. I mean, you get a day off tomorrow. You get to hang out with family, but back at it. What's that like? That grind? Is that something new for you?
It's a little different because in college we had double headers. We had a 7-inning, then a 9-inning. So that is more condensed, but more action one day. This is kind of spread out, more like a professional schedule where every single day we'll have a 9-inning pretty much, and then 1 or 2 days off every week. And it's a little bit different, especially with the 9-inning games.
Let's talk about your schedule then on that. You really, most of your games are nights, except for Sundays we have afternoons. But So on a typical day, I mean, you guys could be getting home from Albert Lee at 2 in the morning.
Yeah.
So you get up. Do you come in here and do you have a workout you do, or what's the plans?
Oh, usually we get to the field pretty early, around like 3 o'clock, and we'll stretch, throw a little bit, get ready for BP, and we try to have as much time here and be as loose as possible. Don't try to rush anything. But then also on the side, we're always at Platinum Fitness or Anytime Fitness. Everyone gets their work in, making sure they don't lose strength, making sure everything works fine. It really helps when you have a grueling schedule like this and you start getting run down a little bit. Well,
I've enjoyed watching you guys. You guys have really been entertaining. I'll be back here. We have a young guy that helps set up the video information at Carroll High, so he's going to carry.
Oh, okay.
He's a catcher for Carroll High too, so he's got a night off. So he's going to come do the game with me on Sunday, so that's fun. But great to have you here. Great to have you in town, and thanks for everything you're doing.
Great. Thank you so much.
Again, that was Mike Wallace. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back with more after this. Thank these great merchant program sponsors for 2019. Anytime Fitness, Computer Concepts of Iowa, Court Street LLC, Lens Insurance and Real Estate, Litterdale Country Store, Carroll Glass, Market on 30, Merchant Park Concessions. Welcome back here to Merchants Park, and Jeff Holland here with the skipper, Cody Williams. Cody, game 2 of 10. I told you we're getting 10 in a row. This is 2. They didn't let me down. Going into this, we talked about it earlier that the team struggled a little bit. You're a contact hitting team, and you've had trouble stringing hits together. We talked earlier in the year that you knew Storm Lake had trouble in the infield and making plays. Were you trying to put a lot of pressure on there to see if you can get errors today? Was that kind of the game plan?
Yeah, absolutely. That's what I love to do, is put pressure on them right away and score first and just keep tacking on. And we didn't strike out as much as we did in the past, and that's what really helped us, put the ball in play and put pressure on them and just keep tacking on every inning. I mean, right when I got up, we got that 3 spot, I didn't want them to be satisfied like they were on Thursday night and just, have a bunch of zeros after. I wanted them to keep tacking on and keep, punch them in
played pretty clean. I thought they played towards the end when you're up 15-6. The mental lapses kind of come in there. I saw a ball maybe that was thrown out to second, and there wasn't a lot of hustle to it. But for the most part, guys played pretty clean ball and kept their mind in it. But pitching tonight, I thought, was outstanding. You struggled a little bit in the first inning, and then just settled right on down and went after it.
Yeah, Jacobson attacked that strike zone, which he always does, and we wanted to keep him under 100 pitches. The last 2 outings, he threw over 100, so we kept him under 100. Hopefully he was going to give us 6 innings. He gave us 5, which is just fine, so we could have him early next week, close out a game for us, and be ready to go next week in first start.
His dad was down here. We were popping. He was popping mid to high 80s most of the night. I thought his velocity stayed up there. Really, as you said, attacked well. And then, you got to use Hughes that you haven't really used much yet pitch-wise. I mean, he's been on there, but
first time.
I thought he pitched well. They made some pretty good contact on him, but he managed it well and did a nice job of really managing the game.
Yep, that's what I talked to him about too, is just, hey, don't give free bases. We have a big lead. You're in. Just attack that strike zone and make them make plays and rely on the defense to make plays behind you, and everything will work out. And that's what he just did, and had Travis close it out.
Yeah, he just slams the door shut, doesn't
he? He likes to work fast, so I love that.
Yes.
Tempo.
And your hitters tonight, I mean, you look at, was it Supple? I was seeing that I think he scored every time. Oh, no, he broke the streak. He scored 4 runs out of 5 times up. So, you got like the guys were aggressive on the base paths. I mean, you had a couple guys picked off being a little bit too aggressive, but, I'd rather have that being aggressive and really putting the pressure on than, base to base is a little boring.
Yep, absolutely. And station to station, that's why I preach about, not striking out, because it's not helping anybody out on base. I mean, you're just walking back to the dugout, put the ball in play, make them make plays, put pressure on them, and good things will happen.
You had a little bit of wind issue going on out there tonight early, and I thought there were some pretty good plays in the outfield. Snyder made a couple. I mean, just even the reach, that couldn't have been easy out there. Larkin makes a couple really nice plays. tracking the ball, but actually finding where he's at along those fielding. Just a nice overall. I mean, 2 errors, but they came late. Really nice played game by the Merchants tonight.
Yeah, Snyder did a great job that first inning. I mean, that saved 3 runs. That burned him. All 3 are scoring. So that was just a great play to help us throw that 0 on the top of the first and ready for us to score first. And that's always the plan. Team to score first not always wins, but it always helps. And I mean, puts a pressure on them. They're back on their heels, and we just got to keep tacking on and not give up after the first. And just like we did today, we put up 3, 4, 3, 3. So
we got our second win of our 10-game win streak. We got the league leader Pete coming in, so we'll put a gnaw on their noggin for our 3rd one and bring us right back up here. Now we get the 3rd win. We'll be really in the hunt for that title. So we'll get rolling here. I got this feeling this team's been kind of nibbling around at a streak. So we're going to go for 10 and keep the guys rolling.
Yeah, sounds good to me.
All right. Thank you so much, Coach.
Thank you.
He does a great job of coming up for Coach Cody Williams. The Merchants win 15-6. They score 15 runs on 10 hits, have 2 errors, and they give up 6 runs on 11 hits, 7 errors. For my broadcast partners, Jeff Blankman and Cade Nissen, this is Jeff Honnold saying thanks for listening. Sorry for the issues. We'll be back Sunday at 4:05 for the next game against the Ames Peak. Have a great night, everybody.